In order to allow the 8 brothers to use cheap suspension and steel plates, this seemingly inconspicuous small workshop has to produce them independently. Although their production process is still in the Industrial 1.0 era, the steel plates produced in the end are not inferior to those produced by large factories. The first step in making steel plates is to use a cutting machine to cut the steel plates. Because the lengths of these steel plates are not standard, these busy guys have to cut them into standard sizes. The cutting process is still very fast. For these processed steel plates, what they have to do next is to punch holes on both sides of the steel plates. For special steel plates with coils used to fix steel plate groups, the guys first heat the positions that need to be bent. Only after heating to reduce its hardness can they use the cutting machine to cut and shape them conveniently, and then use the bending machine to bend them. Although this bending process is still purely manual, these guys are all skilled in operation. After some extremely white-faced operations, these special structure suspension steel plates are quickly processed. Next, they only need to use a bench drill, and then use the center bolt to fix it. Since the curvature of the steel plate is now straight, they still need to bend and shape it. Before bending, they need to heat it first, and then wait for the steel plate to turn bright red. When ordinary people dare not hold it with their hands, some young guys will first shape it through a mold, and then put it in brittle oil for brittle fire. Although there is no advanced equipment to assist this process, their progress is not slow at all. Everyone has their own responsibilities and works quickly. The plate has quickly shaped to standard curvature. In the heat treatment of the steel plate, they first perform efficient embrittlement treatment and then temper heating. The heat treatment process is to improve the hardness and toughness of the steel plate. For the finished steel plate after processing, they first need to compare and measure the curvature of the steel plate. The inappropriate positions will be shaped by hammering. After the steel plate is tested and has no problems, they will then use a polishing wheel to polish it, because only after the surface of the steel plate is processed to be flat and smooth. Then the subsequent masters can spray a layer of anti-aging paint and then spray the exclusive logo. After watching the whole process of Beitai making the suspension and steel plate, what do you think of their production process? If there are 10 points, how many points are you willing to give?